Pearly's rescue story. I blow into big cat rescue on a tornado. I used to be part of a family. I had a mom and a family who loved us. They had read us the story of the Wizard of Oz. I even dreamt about it. I thought this was a dream until it turned out to be a nightmare. The tornado hit so fast and furious and without warning. My life was turned upside down, literally. It was like being in the spin cycle of the noisy, shaking washing machine that had scared me so often as it rumbled and shook in the corner. When the winds let up, I was alone and wet and cold. I called and called for my mom, but she didn't call back. I walked for what seemed like miles along a wall of fences, looking for one to our yard. The paved trail next to it was walked by dozens of dogs every day, so I didn't dare venture out of the woods that separated their path from the fence line. Days passed, and there was water in the ditch to drink, but I was so hungry. Mom had told me about hunting, but we never got to do any of it together. The things I can eat all seem to be so much faster than me, but I've got to keep trying. I've got to find my family and make sure they are all right. The stuff I could catch did not taste very good, and I missed the warm milk that had always been so plentiful. I missed being loved and kissed and even bathed by my mom. I just got to find her. I don't know if I ever talk about it later, but Pearly's rescue story was that she did blow in on a tornado. We had a tornado that just rocked the sanctuary. And afterwards, we found this kitten underneath the porch of what was the Keeper Cafe at the time. And Afton caught her, but she was really, really feral. And so at one of our staff meetings, Afton had brought her to the staff meeting, and she had made some comment about taking the cat to be tested at the Humane Society of Tampa Bay. And Howie asked, "What do you mean tested?" And she said, "Well, tested to see whether or not she could make a good pet." Now, the thing was with Pearly, if you held her, she would just freeze. And so I'm sure people, and this is what Howie said, he was sure that if people held her, they'd be like, "Oh, this is so sweet. She's so sweet. I want this kitten." But then the minute you put her down, she'd go hide under a bed. You could not get her out. And he was afraid that she'd be brought back to the shelter over and over and over again because she was such a weird little freaked out feral. So he decided he was the only person who was going to be patient enough with her and let her live under the bed if she wanted to, or come out if she wanted to. And so we had lost Babylon at this point, and he looked up to me as he was holding her at the staff meeting, and he said, "Is it too soon?" And I shook my head no, that even though I really didn't want us to get another cat because we were traveling so much for the federal bill, and I feel like it's not fair to leave a cat behind, even though they've got a sitter, Jamie, taking care of them. It turned out to be a really good thing. She's still feral. But the one we got after her is even more so, so they make a good pair. If you're enjoying my diary, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find other ways to connect to me over at bigcatrescue.org/Carole.Baskin.